This Little Mermaid thing just gets worse and worse as time goes on. I'm sure you know some of the details, like the fact that, well, Eric is going to sit on the sidelines while the Little Mermaid drives the boat into Ursula. That's not what happens in the original, but they don't really seem to care what happens in the original. Don't give a damn. They just want to modernize this thing into the ground. It should be interesting. I'm expecting this to have an okay first opening week, and then it's just going to collapse. That's what I think is going to happen. I think you're going to see another Ant-Man box office with this movie. I think the first week will be big. Second week, it'll just drop off a cliff. Will I be right or wrong? I don't know. I could be wrong because it's tough to tell with box office because sometimes you think a movie's going to do really good and it flops. Like, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy. You have analysts out there saying that movie's going to flop, which I would be shocked, honestly, if it does flop because I think that movie will likely have an okay box office. It's just people like Guardians of the Galaxy, and they've never been done dirty with that brand. So I don't know. If it does flop, that's going to be a really interesting conversation because that means there's something going on with the comic book movie genre, and it might actually finally be over. If any movie could stand against that trend, it would be Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm really curious to how that movie performs. But back to Little Mermaid. Hope you're ready. A lot of articles are saying this is amazing. Little Mermaid set to be the longest Disney live-action remake to date. One article called it impressive. I think it was Collider. Little Mermaid has an impressive times. Like, are you kidding me? This movie adds 1 hour of new material. 1 hour of new material to The Little Mermaid. Who the hell wants to sit through a 2-hour something movie? Do they have the actual runtime? I think they had it over here. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Can we get back to 90 minutes? Why does this need 2 hours and 15 minutes? Now, Aladdin, 2 hours and 8. Beauty and the Beast, 2 hours and 9. Cruella, 2 hours and 14. Though Cruella was its own movie. That's the Emma Stone movie, I think. Right? That's the Emma Stone movie. None of these movies need to be over 90 minutes. I don't understand why we're doing this. Let's push towards 3 hours bullshit. I know it's not even close to 3 hours, but it seems like every movie gets longer and longer and longer. Can you just make a tighter script? Maybe write a better, more tighter script? Is that something you could maybe consider doing? So, an hour of new material. I wonder how bad that shit's going to be. Because they're not even taking in the good stuff from the original. They're changing everything to make her a more independent woman. She don't need no man, even though she wants to be with one. So they're basically just making this hollow romance. Or they're going to flip it so that she saves his ass. I'm not sure what they're going to do. I don't plan on watching this movie, to be honest. I could care less about this movie. The reason that I like talking about this movie is because, well, it's a disaster. It at least comes off as a disaster because of the fact that every trailer that they've put out for this thing gets ratioed into the ground. And it's quite hilarious to watch, to be honest. But let me give you a sneak peek of what some of that new material is going to look like. Look at this flounder. So this was on the Little Mermaid Twitter, coming May 26th, by the way. Excited for this one. Excited to see the box office for this. It's going to be funny if this fails, and Guardians fails, and Ant-Man's failed, and all that shit. Like, this is going to be another bad year for them. But experience the wonder of Disney's The Little Mermaid coming to theaters on May 26th. So they released this little trailer. This is Flounder. Remember how bad he looked in the pictures? Well, here's another picture of his soulless ass. This whole movie looks soulless. That's the problem with this. You don't need to make live-action versions of every animated property. I just don't think that they work. Some things are better animated, and they stay better animated. All of the live-action remakes that Disney has made, none of them are superior to the original. The animated versions, all superior. All of them are better than the live-action remakes. Particularly Lion King. I don't know how the hell that thing made as much money as it did. I don't know. Because the animated version is leagues above it. It's better. It's going to last longer. It's timeless. Unlike that lousy-looking CGI in the live-action, like the animals look bad in it. And now you're seeing it again with The Little Mermaid. Of course, The Little Mermaid has a lot more going on than the bad CGI. A lot more going on than that. But this was particularly bad to me. I couldn't believe how awful this looked. And there's more. It's not really, it's just a 30-second spot. Like, look at that. Look how awful that looks. Just click on shit randomly and you'll see how bad it looks. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Look at Ursula. It's funny. Melissa McCarthy's playing her. She came out and said some stupid shit too, saying Ursula's a drag queen. Disney loves losing money. Loves losing money. So this is the big news. This little teaser trailer. I'm not sure if it's up on YouTube. I've only seen it on Twitter. It's like they're afraid to release this on YouTube. I mean, let's double check and make sure. Well, if they did, it's not anywhere on here. They do have this Little Mermaid reimagined 1 minute and 50 second.
When I first
look at this one. Yeah, it's of course downvoted into oblivion already. 50,000 dislikes. This is why they didn't release it. This is a new trailer. New trailer. Released April 17th. They have not put this on YouTube. They have this, and look, it got downvoted to hell. So naturally, yeah, they're afraid to put it on there because they don't want people to make fun of it, which you know everyone would. I didn't even see this. I haven't watched this. I just found out about this during the recording of this video, to be honest. So, yeah, I find this funny. Disney is scared. They should be scared, to be honest, because what are they going to do if this flops? I mean, that is a lot of flops for them. They have a few movies coming out this year. They have, of course, Guardians is next, then this, and then Elemental, and then the Marvels. And I'm sure they probably have one or two more in there somewhere. But imagine if all of those are blockbuster, or imagine if all of those are huge failures at the box office. Imagine if they all fail. Wouldn't that be glorious? Oh, that would be amazing to see them have just nothing but duds this year. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I mean, I think it would be funny. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.